Hey everyone, Sombre here. I'm going to do a bit of single player Dominion 6 streaming. I'm going to be using the Warhammer mod and going for a kind of a gimmicky run based around Nightgoblins because the next version that will be coming out soon, which is version 1.05, will have some stuff for Nightgoblins in it, including the new hero Skarsnik, who's a personal kind of favourite of mine from the background lore. So yeah, just going to play some single player, keep things fairly chill. Feel free to ask me questions, and I'll try to keep an eye on the chat and let me know if there's any like technical issues or anything. So the mods I'm going to be using, Sombre Warhammer, which is the main one. Warhammer National Pop Type and PD, which means that we can have province defense in provinces that are is suitable for our nation. We're going to have goblins and orcs defending our provinces instead of random indies, and that lets us recruit national units instead of indies as well. And then I'm also going to have a bunch of mods to make the single player experience more fun. So we're going to have Quick Recall God for AI nations, which just if their god's dead gives them priests that have special abilities to recall their god quicker. Disabling all the vanilla nations because I'm just using Warhammer nations for this game for fun. The Warhammer AI Starting Force Booster mod, which just gives any AI nations using Warhammer nations extra stuff at the start so they expand better and are a bit more of a threat early in the game. And then I'm also going to be using Start Resource Boost for AI Nations, which just gives them more resources. They can make units more easily at the start of the game as well. So hopefully that'll make them a bit more interesting. Just going to make a random map. I'll be playing as Black Crag, which is one of the two Greenskin nations. So we'll just do a medium random map. I'm going to do small lakes load up for the main world, and then for the underground, which is quite relevant because Black Crag like to start in the caves if they can, I'm going to go for 2 caves, and I'll do full wraparound with rivers. That's all fine. And we'll do Nightgoblin stream. So you can see we've got all the vanilla nations turned off. This is just the Warhammer ones, and I'll be playing here as Black Crag, the Green Tide of Darkness. And for the AIs, let's just have some randoms. It's a big enough game for me. And I think I'll play on Master because it's more fun if it's difficult. And this may be too difficult, especially with the mods turned on, but we'll see. And I'm just going to put the AI type on standard, so they're somewhat aggressive, not too defensive, but also not too aggressive. So let's throw that on. You can see my roster here. You can see the Nightgoblin units. This is basically, I'm going to be trying to use almost entirely Nightgoblins. I'm going to be kind of ignoring the orcs in particular. I'll be trying to ignore, and the kind of goblins and so on. And I'll be using these Nightgoblin sharpens. And that's the plan, basically. Pretend-wise, I would normally maybe go with something to kind of help me in expansion, but I'm not sure I'm going to do that this time. I want something that I can have just some kind of fun with. I think maybe I'm going to try out a horned one. What can we throw on there? Yeah, maybe a horned one. Taking more than 1 point in terminal doesn't give us any extra points because we start on 2. But you do get some points for that first step, so I'll do that. I'm probably not going to need many resources. Definitely want to have lots of growth, luck, and I'm going to take magic scales as well because I want to be able to research quick. And we've got mages that just require taking a cave province and having a temple in it. I believe we can get mages with that. Let's throw someone here. I don't want a strong bless particularly. Ooh, I like poison weapons, but I'd have to take death for that. Maybe. What are the choices we got? We got something fun. Bakamona Kunshu. Scratty. I could take. I'm kind of tempted to take like a big chunky boy, but then take them asleep and do some stuff with them when they wake up. Other options, Lord of the Wild. Yeah, let's go with Lord of the Wild, actually. He's fun. So that gives us blood. We can take some stuff that would be good on the loon slime guys, little javeliniers. Strength of the flesh. In fact, I'm going to take 3 lots of Strength of the Flesh. Let's take a bit more, maybe 5 and 5. We've got 2 more points. What can we take? Strength of the Flesh. Let's go wild, 4 points of Strength of the Flesh. We'll have them be dormant. Our scales are looking pretty alright. We could probably afford a bit more then. A couple of points of resilient. That'll do. Let's not overcomplicate it. Charops. Bloodstream. I'll leave score graphs on. Thrones. Let's throw in another level 2. That'll do. Just a chill stream, so I'm not going to pay too much attention to these bits. That'll do me. I've got a dishwasher running in the background. Hopefully that's not making too much noise. Right, in the beginning there was chaos. So one of the things that's happening in newer versions of the mod is I'm able to put in header messages now, so it doesn't just say an unexpected event has happened in wherever. So we're going to have more header messages, and hopefully it'll make things clearer as to what's happening. This is the special mechanics explainer. I think people who are familiar with the mod will already know this stuff, that you can get your bosses promoted, and they can eventually form a war and get loads of free troops. So we're going to be looking at the one that goes Nightgoblin boss, Nightgoblin big boss, Nightgoblin war boss, Nightgoblin war boss. That's the main one we'll be doing, and we'll pretty much be ignoring the other ones. We have started down in the caves. Here we are. Here's Black Crag. Let's profit up this boy. Send our scout off to have a look around. And what we're going to be recruiting is these are our various Nightgoblin things. We've got our basic boss. We've got the Loon boss, who's a level 1 priest for leading around our sacred, which is these guys here, Nightgoblin Loons, who are nice in the sense that they've got magic weapons. That's a nice thing to have. And of course our Bless just gives them strength, so with a bit more strength, they're actually fairly decent. They still kind of suck at fighting because they're goblins, but they can throw their javelins extra hard. I think what we'll do is we'll be building Nightgoblins and Nightgoblin Archers. And when you build these guys, you've got a chance of getting Nightgoblin Fanatics, which I will be showing you soon. And with the Spearmen, I've changed them slightly, so there's now a chance that you get Warriors instead of Spearmen, who are just, they've got a little bit more morale, and they've got a Falchion, so they, Falchion, not sure how that's pronounced, so they can chop people up a bit more easily. I think we'll just start off with a boss and a Loon boss. We don't have very many resources, so maybe the Loon boss is a bad idea. These are 16, these are 23. We could go for not spending our resources over there. We could just go for a Nightgoblin Shaman. One of the things that this next version is going to add is Snotlings, so I will show you some Snotlings. When you buy one, you get 2 in battle at least. Every Snotling makes a copy of themselves. So I'll just recruit some Snotlings so I can show you those. And I'm just going to recruit some of these Squig Herders because they are the most offensively potent thing that the Nightgoblins have. You're going to get 5 per turn. Maybe I'll get 5 squig hoppers as well. And then I will also just spend whatever I've got left on the lower resource cost netters and clubbers. The Nightgoblin loons are not very high in resource cost, they're only 15 resources, but early on, that is quite a constraining factor if you haven't taken production. Bless. I could take a giant, that's a good way of spending up gold without spending too many resources. Maybe we'll go with this, we'll put the giant in with the squig hoppers. Or we'll just go with this for now. This is a very slow new turn. Has this gone wrong already? This is a weirdly slow turn for the first turn of the game, turning over. Perhaps something odd has happened there. It could be that because I'm streaming, my computer's running a bit slow as well. So we've got various profits declared. Let's go. Well, we've got a big throne there that we can't deal with. We've got Bakemono Show and Kooni, we can do those. And we've got Shades and Shade Beasts. Now, Shades and Shade Beasts are magic weapon wielding guys will be very effective against. We haven't got much in the way of leadership. I didn't realise perhaps I shouldn't have gone for the Shaman at the start. I should have gone for some more leadership. But what I'll do, I think we'll take the archers away. Have the giant mixed in with these undisciplined guys. Orcs could have some help from these lads. Maybe throw the snotlings in with these undisciplined troops. So snotlings are terrible. They're really, really bad. The only thing really that they have going for them is that they've got okay morale considering how terrible they are because they're too stupid to understand fear. So yeah, that's them in there. They just swarm over stuff and hit them with their clubs. Now I've got, 20 snotlings in this group. But they'll actually be 40 when they're in combat. We'll have Grimdrig cast Divine Blessing, and then... Oh, we actually want Sevens of Courage out of him. That's more important than smiting. Cool. Stick him up the front somewhere. I reckon that these guys should be able to take these Kooni. And we'll definitely want some more leaders here, so let's get some Nightgoblin bosses. We'll get another giant, and... Oh, we're very low on gold. In that case, I won't get the giant. I'll get some herders and just get some regular Nightgoblin archers, I think. Try and get some fanatics so I can show you those. Go and have a look upstairs. We're in kind of a crummy cave start there. I mean, we do have some neighbours. I was hoping the cave would be a bit bigger than that. These turns do seem to be running really slow, and they seem to be taking a lot of time in the initializing battle part, so maybe my computer's just running slowly. First battle. Oh, something that was mentioned to me was people like to have the grid and team colored squares on, so I will put those on. We shouldn't really have trouble against these guys. There's plenty of us. We have quite a lot of nice attacks from these guys, the Squig Herder team. The Cave Squigs attack with quite a bit of attack skill and hit very hard. So we should chomp them up no problem. And of course the Giant's there with his fear aura. We can see the fear going off there, which is nice to see. And then we've got some orcs. Provide a bit of chop. Cool, not a problem. Here's the National Province Defence. we get. Now, Shade Beasts. Can we deal with Shade Beasts without having any of our magic weapons? Oh, here's the Fanatic, by the way. So the Ball and Chain's really nice. High damage. Yeah, just hits super hard. Area of Effect 3. Although it should be, yes, defense negate. So one of the things about that is he has very high defense, and so hopefully the Ball and Chain doesn't hit himself. It often does, but it allows him to live a little bit longer. He's also quite good at repelling and avoiding being repelled. He can't be repelled. He's got a little bit of air shield. He's got berserk, so they can survive for a bit, but they get exhausted really quickly. They've got exhaustion 10, so they just kind of burn out or get killed. They're good, like kind of landmine units to stick at the front. We can probably just take these shades by just doing this. Fire at someone. Throw them in. We'll throw in a Fanatic right at the front. Let's go take this guys. And you, I think, instead of doing that, should be casting Final Rest. Yeah, should be fine. What's going up on the surface? Big load of horse tribe cavalry, who are actually somewhat difficult for us to deal with, I think. Hello, De Major. It says moin. Maybe you mean morning, I'm not sure. Anyway, hello. What are we doing? Our scouts moving around. Back at home, what do we want to be recruiting? Well, we're still doing tons of Nightgoblins. We now have some resources available, so we can start hiring some Nightgoblin loons and a loon boss to lead them. And I guess we'll just get another Nightgoblin boss to help lead stuff around. And then I think just more squigs. Squigs are usually a good bet. I'll get some squigs and I'll get some netters and clubbers. So when you recruit netters and clubbers, you get either a netter or a clubber. It's 50-50. The netters are good because they can entangle things. The clubbers are good because they hit hard. They've got a two-handed club weapon they attack with. Pretty straightforward. But it works well in Dominions. Let's see if this turn's really slow to resolve as well. Yeah, it is. I think this is just because I'm streaming. I haven't, until right now, I've not had this problem ever. But we're having slow turns now. Might be time for me to get a new computer. This one is very old. The Major says, Moin is a North German greeting. One traditionally answers with a moin moin. Well, moin moin to you then, De Major. Dreaming about Dragons asks, is Nightgoblin the name of the faction played or the stream's time slot in my time zone? Yeah, I am a bit of a Nightgoblin. I am up late. Well, when I'm streaming, I'm usually not counting on getting people watching live. It's usually more of a like, I'm too lazy to do a proper video, so I'm just putting up a stream and then people can watch it after the fact. The faction's name is Black Crag. Nightgoblins is just mostly what I'm using. Unexpected event. Astral Pearls. Cool. Let's watch this battle against the Shades. So we've got our frontage of a Nightgoblin Fanatic who is going to crash into stuff. We've got our squigs at the front, orcs, plenty of archers and a giant and some squig hoppers. Let's see what the Fanatic can get done. Oh, he gets instantly chomped. He didn't get to swing even once. See how we do against these Shades. They're going to be quite tough. We're not managing to hit them so far, which is bad news. Oh, of course, it being underground, they do have their dark power going on, don't they? Yeah, I forgot about that. So they're actually pretty nasty. Come on, just kill a few more. You can do it, boys. The Banish is working well. The archers are working okay. And there we go, we get through. More casualties than I'd like, but that's okay. Definitely lost a lot of my squig herders there, that's why there's lots of random squigs running around. And lots of little snotties. So that was a bit of a messy one, but we didn't lose the expensive stuff, really. And we took over from this awful Shade Lord. So next target is Cynocephalians. Cynocephalians are really nasty and going to be pretty tough for us to take out, but we'll put together what we can. 1 netter, 4 clubbers. That's not too bad. I might have Nashbiter hang around for a turn and send old Grulbiter over there. So we can recruit from the these cave provinces. We can get quite a lot. In fact, we can even get Nightgoblin Shaman. We just need a temple. Don't need a fort or anything to get those. So that's definitely something we want to get going fairly soon. Let's hire some Squigheads. And Stumble Down Passage. We can get... We've got some resources there. We probably don't need more leaders, actually. Let's just get some netters and clubbers. Probably a good idea against the dogmen. And... Bit short of good leaders at the moment. Send the good old Black Eye down there. Are we just going to chill for a turn and wait for reinforcements? I think we're going to have to. So I'm going to have Grimdreg just preach up a bit. And let's recruit some stuff. Now, we can get Nightgoblin Great Shaman and we can send them around site searching. And another thing they can do is cast some early spells that might be useful for us. We can cast in Conjuration, Summon Cave Squigs, and Entice Stone Trolls. That's both things they can do. We've got the Gemming Hunt to be doing that. So I think just for fun I'm going to do some of that. So let's throw up some Nightgoblin Great Shaman this turn. And loons, because we've got a bless for them. See, I should have taken a higher Dominion score so I could have more loons. Something I definitely did wrong there. And then I'm just going to have... I want to save a bit of gold to get a temple going, so I'm just going to get a bunch of Nightgoblins. Out on the surface, go and explore, please. Steppe of Wild Horses. That's the Steppe of Wild Horses, more like. See if we've got any more questions. My ranged guys would have done better if they'd been closer to the fight. That's very true. Yeah, I could have sent the archers in closer. In fact, I can't send the archers in closer, really, but what I could have done is held my guys back. The problem is I've got a lot of undisciplined units, and they're going to run in regardless, so it's kind of tricky to coordinate that. We do have dark vision on our guys, which is why we're doing okay. If we didn't have dark vision, those shades would have absolutely mangled us, but yeah, I just forgot about them having +3 to all their stats pretty much from dark power. We're not looking for optimal expansion here, though. I'm playing a very gimmicky game. Just trying to have some fun with the Nightgoblins. Alright. Classic. So, Nightgoblin Shamans in particular, because they eat lots of madcap fungi. You can see the Squig's got a bunch of them on his head there. Very high level of insane. 12, it's pretty nasty, so not very reliable, those guys. But we'll get more of them. What do we got to take this on? Is it enough stuff? Now this is a Nightgoblin warrior. You can see he's carrying quite a large sword comparative to his size. He's got a falchion. So he can hit a lot harder than goblins typically can. 16 versus 11 damage. And that's just something you get some of when you're recruiting the basic like spearmen guys. Let's throw them up front. We'll throw in... I think we just want a big block here of just dudes. The more there are in that big unit, the less likely they are to just run away. And we can pretty much apply the same principle to this lot of undisciplined stuff here. Let's put our archers as far forward as we can, and we'll fire at enemy archers. Is this going to be enough to deal with the Cynocephalians, who are notoriously quite hard? Well, maybe. I'm just going to risk it. Risk it for a biscuit. We can smite a few of them. Our giant will kill some. We bite quite hard. The orcs are relatively tough. I think we're a bit lacking in melee. It would be nice to have a few more goblins bulking that up, but we do have some over here. So if we take these guys and put them at the front as well, and what the hell, let's have him wait a minute and do some fighting. So let's have Black Eyes guys join in. Back at base, more loons. Probably can't afford to keep doing Shaman. We've got a loon boss waiting around to carry them over, so we'll just do a basic Nightgoblin Shaman. And we will have some, I think, more just basic Nightgoblins. There we go. We're trying to save a bit of gold so we can start doing some other stuff with it. He's going to wait and pick those guys up. And our scouts. Oh, there's Altdorf. Just going to have a look at Altdorf. We've got score graphs on so we can see how the other people are doing. Not very good looking down here. Alpha and the Skaven Blight have not been able to move out their home provinces, which is quite unusual given the stuff I've given them, the mods to boost their ability at the start. But Athel and Lauren are doing okay. The AI can still be quite inconsistent, unfortunately, but hopefully it'll do better than it usually does. Do we want any more commanders? Maybe it's best to just have some kicking around. Let's get one there. Yeah, that's fine. We'll get one there. This stream's kind of a warm-up video for me because I stopped making videos for a while. I had like really bad kind of sore throat when I was planning on doing a video, and then I had a really bad sore throat and it stopped me from doing the video, and for some reason that just resulted in me then just not doing any videos for months, even though I was completely fine to do them. And I want to get back to doing some kind of videos talking about the Warhammer mod. I think people are interested in those. In addition to just working on the Warhammer mod, but this stream was just a way of me breaking the psychological seal on doing videos again, so I don't know if I'll continue doing this as like a series of this game. Maybe I will because it's a chill thing to do and people can just ask me general questions while I'm doing it. I wish it wasn't running so slowly. Alright, we've got a battle. Usual formation. Ooh, has our giant got a limp? That's going to be an annoyance if he does. He does have a limp. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem with giants. They do tend to pick up afflictions like that, and then he's therefore not going to be very relevant in this battle. These javelins are going to be nasty. We don't have that much defense against those. Not that many shielded guys. But once we get in close, hopefully our squigs will just bite these guys up. Yep. It's a bite versus bite battle. And the squigs have got the better bite than the dogs. So we're seeing some good damage. The net's coming down on them, that's very useful. They're typically getting killed quite quickly after they get berserked, which is good. We've berserked a couple of guys using our archers. That's also quite helpful. Oh, I think we may have lost this because our melee line is broken. Yeah, and our giant's running too. Maybe, we'll see. They could break if we inflict a few more casualties at the back here. We could see a side route. Yep, side route. So very close one, lots of casualties. But we persevere. Let's see what the casualty report is. Clubbers and netters, fine. Squig header teams. Now they do die a lot, squig header teams, and they do cost 25 gold. But they do kill stuff, which, you know, because we're restricting ourselves really to using Nightgoblins and Giants, we do need something that hits hard, and those are our guys. Squig Hoppers did okay. The Orc Boys always do pretty well. They're Orc Boys, but we're not really using them in this run. And the Snotlings did nothing, which is their job, so you can't really complain about that. I'd say that's pretty good, because Cynocephalian warriors are nasty. And yeah, we did alright. And we've broken through to another cavern full of trogs. Horrible. Enjoy fighting those. I'm not going up to the surface right now because there is a big stack of horse tribe who are actually quite hard for us to deal with because we have very low attack skill. So I'm just going to keep sending people over here. We're going to kind of rendezvous up at the Silent Cavern. What's going to be good against Trogs? Not much. I mean, netters and clubbers to net them, probably. Should we do some of those? And over here we've got various leftovers. A few more warriors, that's good. Alright, Longnose. Yeah, we're just getting what we can. Right, we do now have some loons, some Nightgoblins and Nightgoblin warriors. Maybe I'll oh, you can't carry enough. We've got some fanatics who are always quite exciting to use. We've got two different flavors of fanatics, but they are identical. I'm just going to take these three fanatics and stick them off the front, and we'll take those other ones some other time. And I think I'll take as many warriors as I can, throw them in with the loons, and then take spearmen. Come on, Nashbiter. Let's head you over there. Yep, you can pick up some more. Well, you could pick up some more troops, except for the fact that you can't lead that many. Mechwart, could you cast me some stone trolls? And then I guess maybe another loon boss, another boss. Nice to have lots of Nightgoblin bosses and see if we can get them promoted up and get those free troops coming in. Let's do some loons and squigs. Squig hoppers, are they doing alright for us? I guess they are. Cool, that'll do me. And we'll have some trolls. So we found Altdorf. Maybe we should have a look at what they're doing. Oh, they've built a temple already, that's nice. Grimdreg and his boys. Right, the giant can go right at the front now because he's got a limp. And we're going to wait a turn for reinforcements before we go charging in there. Yep, cool. Bro69 says, yo, a surprise Sombre stream, a surprise one to be sure, but a welcome one. Yeah, it is a bit surprising that I'm doing one. And as I was saying, I'm trying to get back into the swing of doing videos, and this is my way of breaking the seal and getting used to it again. Kiando Arthur, nice to see you. That's someone who's given me lots of good feedback on Warhammer before. Giants, the answer is always giants, they say. I agree, as long as the question is, what shall I use to squash something? Squig herders might be big enough to not be trampled, at least. I actually don't know that they are particularly big, because squig... Well, let's go and check in a moment. We'll check in a second, but squig herders, I think, use the... Is it the combined size of the mounts, which are the squigs, or is it just the size of the squigs? I'm not sure that they count as being big enough to avoid being trampled. Either way, they bite really hard, which is good for killing trogs, so I would want to use them anyway. Conjuration is complete, got nothing in the research queue. Okay, that's fine, we can definitely put something in the research queue. We've got summon cave squigs available now. I don't know that this is particularly good. You get 7 of them for 3. That's new, I didn't know it did that. You get 7 of them for 3 nature gems. Do we get more if we have a better nature mage? No, just 7 of them for 3 nature gems. That might not be good enough, and maybe I should make that a bit stronger. I'm not sure. Let's also go and get... I think enchantment is the thing to go down in order to get Gift of Giant Strength. So let's go and get some enchantment. Right, can you reach that? No. So what have we got over here? Netters and clubbers. Nice. Put them with the orcs. Snotlings. Always nice to see a snotling. I think you're just going to die if I put you there, actually. I think we definitely want netters, clubbers, warriors, spearmen all in one chunk here, and we'll throw in the squigs as well. Put him back here somewhere, otherwise he's just going to run in and die. I think given that we mostly aren't undisciplined, I'm going to hold an attack closest and kind of rely on the giant going in there and hitting up those trogs. I think this is what I'm going to go with. And we can send one of these guys back and everyone else in there. You can keep going that direction. That throne is going to be a while before we can take it, but we can start getting ready to attack the horse tribe. So if we were going to fight the horse tribe, what would we want to use? I mean, I'd want a good leader, but I'm not allowed to. I'm just doing Nightgoblins. I'm going to go with Nightgoblin Shaman. I think we've got enough leaders kicking around that we don't need more of those. And for fighting the horse tribe, loads of guys with shields. I could just overwhelm them with Nightgoblins. That's one plan. Using netters to try and get the defense down would be good. Or I could just try and shoot them to pieces with Nightgoblin archers. Their horses don't have any armor, really. So I think maybe that's what I'm going to go with. And we'll get some fanatics out of that as well, which is useful. But yeah, tons of archers. So what are we doing around here? Waiting for our leaders to turn up. Maybe we'll get some more. Let's get some cave squigs. And can we get these guys going? Is that worth doing, getting them moving? Probably. We do have fanatics. I don't know that I want to mix the fanatics in with anything at the moment, and I don't have enough leaders to kind of be leading them around. Maybe I do just want to keep recruiting more bosses, just pretty much all over the place, until I've just got a surface of them. I can use them as scouts if nothing else, because they've got stealth and run around doing scouting stuff. Right, can we see how big these teams are? So yeah, their size counts as 6 because we've got 2 cave squigs. They're both size 3, and it adds them both together. So they are big enough to not get trampled, I believe. So maybe they'll do well. Spleen Stabber. Oh, hang on. You can just go home because we're recruiting another guy over here. Yeah, fine. You can move over there. And you can do something, preach, I guess. We haven't seen Altdorf doing anything yet. Let's just keep walking around till we find them. We is gobos. I'm hoping, because I added Skarsnik as a hero for this upcoming version, and I'm hoping he turns up. I haven't rolled the, I haven't weighted the dice as it were here and made him more likely to turn up. He's got a, I think it's a 3% chance every turn from turn 6 onwards of turning up. It would be nice if he did. I quite like the graphic I did for him. He's fun. He's a very thematic leader for the Nightgoblins, obviously. He's a really good leader. He's got superior leader, which is the highest level of leadership you can have. You can have loads of guys, loads of formations, gives them extra morale, that kind of stuff. He would be very nice. Of course, if I have Grimgor turn up, I will have to use him. I don't know if Grimgor turning up will justify me using orcs. Maybe I'm allowed to use orcs if Grimgor turns up. Oh, speaking of heroes, Bog Drinker, the orc war boss on a wyvern, has now appeared. That's nice. So we've got a battle against the Troggies. How many Troggies is it? Some. So the hope here is that our archers do a little bit of damage as they come in, shoot them up a bit. And our giant stops their initial trample. Yeah, well done, giant. Gets this stuck in. And then hopefully our netters and clubbers. There we go, we're killing those trucks, no problem. The giant runs, but he did his job. You can see he took some damage and he's running, but he did his job. He's soaked up that trample. Yeah, easy win. What did we lose? I mean, the answer is the only thing that matters. Well, nothing really. Like clubbers and netters, maybe. These are all sub 10 gold units. So that was pretty cool. Oh, this cave is bigger than I thought. Oh, hello. Hello there. Skavenblight has taken 2 provinces. Ulthuan is completely stuck. I have a suspicion that Ulthuan is going to turn out to be, because this is a random map and they're a coastal nation, maybe they've just spawned on an island with no connections to anything. That would suck. Altdorf's doing pretty well, you know, more than double the number of provinces we've got. That's not bad for an AI. Long Dead I hate fighting. Bekrides, or Bekrides, not exactly sure. Can we go and take them? Well, whether we can or not, that's what I'm going to try and do. What can we recruit over here? More guys. Need more guys. Cool. In you go. So we're going to now take our loons, and how good a leader are they? Not very. Not very. We've got quite a few fanatics in this batch. We've built quite a stash of fanatics, so that's pretty nice. Let's take a ton of our fanatics, and they're going to go right at the front. We've got some nice squiggies. We can throw them in with the fanatics. They're basically just fodder. We've got this guy who's a great leader. Like, this is our top leader. But I like Nightgoblins leading things. I didn't come here to play with orcs. I came here to play with Nightgoblins. So what he's going to do, he's going to go there and help. But he's going to be like a supervisor. He's going to supervise them. Going to get some more stone trolls. Oh, here we go. Norska and Altdorf next to each other. Let's maybe have a look there, see if we can see something fun happen. So these guys are waiting for a turn. You can go home. You can go home. You're going to patrol. You're not both going home, actually. You're also going to wait patrol. So we're going to have a big force to go and invade the surface, and that's the plan. I think it's time to stop recruiting in these random provinces and build up a bit of gold and do some other stuff with it. Let's just get our surface forces ready. But we're still going to be recruiting at home. Let's get the big boy mage and loons. And let's just keep building up our Nightgoblin forces. I keep trying to save gold, but I'm really not. I'm just spending it all. I don't know why I keep saying I'm saving it. Because I'm just not. Will that do? That'll do. Bris69 asks, what factions am I playing? The one from Grimgore Factions, the Ard Boys, or something along those lines. I'm basically gimmicking this run playing Nightgoblins. I'm using Nightgoblins almost exclusively. I'm playing the Black Crag Nation in the mod. They've got access to Black Orcs things, but I'm not using the Black Orcs. I might use some Orcs because I've now got an Orc War Boss, but maybe I'll wait until I get up on the surface and hire them from one of those surface provinces. But yeah, I was kind of trying to do a gimmick run here of just using the Nightgoblins because I've added some stuff to them recently, and they're fun and weird. It's also something I don't really see people use. When I've seen people use Black Crag, they pretty much build Black Orcs and like Biggins, Boar Boy Biggins, you know, the kind of more elite stuff, and I just wanted to show that you can use the Nightgoblins to do some fun things too. Stalagmia. Home of the stalagmite. That's a lot of Bekrides. So we've got a lot of nets. We have a decent number of archers, which is actually kind of relevant here. We can soften them up a little bit with that. Inflict some morale checks later on, maybe. I think this giant might die here, but he's probably going to kill some stuff first. Yep, wipes the square. In go our boys. Oh, look at that fear effect. That's what you get when a giant just shouts at everyone. He just did a massive belch and they all ran away. Wow, the power of fear in Dominion 6 is really something. And that goes to show that giants are definitely, during expansion, can be worth getting. Right, we found Skaven Blight. It is full of stuff. It's kind of. I guess maybe they've got stuck trying to take the Cathedral of Rock up there. But we have found the Skaven, and I do want to get rid of the Skaven because we are the Nightgoblins and we hate those rats. So we're probably not going to be able to take them now. I guess we'll just fall back and go around this side. Throw a token bit of defense up there. Yes. Do we have enough people here to go and fight the Long Dead? Maybe? Because of the fanatics? Maybe? It's not impossible that we would be able to. And we do have a priest there, and the priests are pretty useful. You know what? I like a risk, I like a gamble. Let's go fight some Long Dead and Ghouls. I mean, one of the things is I'm looking at 60 enemies, and I'm looking at my own force and going like, oh, well, I've got about 60 guys, but mine are goblins. I mean, some of them are good goblins. The loon, well, good to a certain definition. But yeah, we can probably do it. Let's just do it. Get some more research going. And I'm going to move a priest out so I can make a temple here and start recruiting shaman from there. Let's try and save some money this turn. Legitimately, I am actually going to try and save some money this turn. Maybe I will just buy more Nightgoblins here, and then I should stop. Do I have recruitment out here that I want to stop? Yeah, let's knock that off now. We've got enough going on there. Right, stumble down. So, according to our own silly rules, we're just going to have this orc be a supervisor. He's not going to be leading, even though he should be. Let's gather up our other troops. What have we got? Can we consolidate some of this? Yes, we can send Spike Nose home. But everyone else and the orc supervisor is going to attack. And we're going to tell the orc supervisor to hold an attack rear. Get out of the way. Right, hoppers and trolls in there. Archers there, and shoot their archers up. Fanatics and things at the front. Nests and clubbers. And some loons. Cool. And you need to go and stand by your loons because I need you to do blessing. I was hoping to find a nice. Oh, Ulthuan's. Sorry, not Ulthuan. Altdorf's got a thing up. I want to go and see if I can find Ulthuan, find out what's actually happened to them. If they got stuck on an island in a lake or something. That's what I suspect has happened. Send them home. Give me some more troops. That's actually going to be, if I put those trolls right at the front there, they're just going to die, so that would be a waste. So let's just take Scabdrag down here. Cool, looking good. Did actually manage to save some gold this turn, so we can get a temple up at least. Andrew Morrow asks, did the Bone Nose faction goblin get any change? Kiando other answers. The most recent real Bone Nose change was getting Forest Goblin Shamans in Forest Force. Yeah, so I've not done very many changes to the Bone Nose recently. I might do. They probably will get another hero soon. I think there's another hero I want to do, and at some point I'd like to do them an Arachnarok spider, although it's a really hard sprite to do, so it's going to be a bunch of work. But I might do an Arachnarok at some point. I think they'd be fun, having a big spider roaming around with, goblins firing arrows from up above. Maybe they'll have like a ballista or something mounted, or like a web launcher or something interesting like that. Yeah, they haven't had a lot of changes recently. Neither of the Greenskin factions have had that many changes recently. I just suddenly felt like playing with Nightgoblins. I can't even remember why, and then because I was playing with Nightgoblins, I decided I should do a sprite for Skarsnik, and he is one of my favourite characters from Warhammer. So it was nice to get around to doing that. My favourite characters from Warhammer were always Queek Head Taker for the Skaven, Skarsnik for the greenskins. And then I always really liked Lokia Fellheart for the Dark Elves. So, yeah, those are my favourites. Oh, we got to watch a Tillian battle. Oh, that's not a bad force the AI's managed there. Got some ogres and knights mixed in together. Got some kind of medium infantry archers at the back. We've got some wolves flanking. That's a bit weird. Don't know where they're doing that. But yeah, that's not a bad little army, is it? I mean, that's going to destroy these indies, that heavy cavalry. Yeah, not bad. Always nice to see the AI doing something. Battle in a Bokte. So this is our first attack into the surface world. And we are facing this horrible army. The hope is that these guys, the Fanatics, are going to reach them and blow a hole in them. The problem with this plan is that the Fanatics have a combat speed of 20, and these guys have a higher combat speed. And I think that means that they're going to hit first, and they might kill the Fanatics. So we'll see what happens. Well, we got a couple of hits with the Fanatics. We blew some up. But they're just shooting them with their arrows. Another hit there. Killed a bunch of the horses. So we've now made contact. These trolls, even though their stats aren't actually that great, are surprisingly dangerous. They've got some real hard-hitting stuff. They've got Troll Vomit, which is Area Effect 1. So you tend to see quite good results when they get into contact with the enemy and there's goblins in the same squares. So I think we should be okay now to just overcome these horse tribe. Our damage output should be high enough. The nets are very useful when the trolls are trying to hit things too, because they're not very accurate. Oh, they have routed. But so has the enemy, I think. Yeah, we're good. Cool. What kind of casualties did we take there? It looked like we took quite a few. The war boss killed a bunch. 6k squigs, 5 fanatics, but they did kill 17 things. Now, some of those are horses, of course, but still, that's not bad. And then we lost some squig herder teams, but really didn't lose anything that important. The stone trolls killed a few things, and that was a decent force that we beat. Glowing caverns, this is the Long Dead, I believe. So the tough thing about Long Dead in the dark is they've got perfect dark vision, so their stats are really pretty decent. Let's see what the Fanatics do. Ooh, good hits for the Fanatics that time. Some decent damage there. Oh, no, no, no. No. Morale failure. Yeah, that's a shame. I think we were on the edge of winning that. One of the problems we have is that we've got lots of spearmen, and obviously they have pierce resistance. So they just weren't doing the damage there. That's a shame. It's a shame particularly because the Fanatics, 3 of them got 14 kills there, which is pretty decent. You know, you compare that with how well like Nightgoblins do. Yeah, just didn't have enough guys. It's a shame. Gehenna Brigands. We can deal with that. Worldwide event, enchantment rituals, blah blah. And Gehenna Villains attack and take over our province because we didn't bother to put any PD in there. We've got 2 promotions in Umbra, so the promotions we've got are... is he now promoted? Yes, I believe he is. So he's probably going to get promoted to a big boss very shortly. And then Black Eye should also get promoted. He's a Nightgoblin boss rising now, so we should have some promotions, which is some... because you get your promotions first, then you get the events promoting them afterwards. Alright. Let's get this dealt with. In you go, boys. It's lucky he was sneaking, so I didn't end up losing him. Right. Let us deal with these brigands. Fanatics at the front. If I do that, they become undisciplined, which ruins their morale. That is the problem. We have morale problems, officially. I think, just for fun, I'm going to throw in a shaman, and he's just going to cast Sermon of Courage a bunch of times. Not a sensible thing to do, but it's for fun. And let's put our province defense up in our provinces, so we don't have to see some horrible brigand event take them over in the future. A slow start, but it's fine. Oh. Computer's gone a bit slow. Ooh, computer is creaking a bit there. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is so slow. We've found Nagashizar, and they have taken over one of the lakes. Fair enough. We can now, I'm going to say we could now recruit some orcs, and our orc war boss can lead those guys. So we're going to start recruiting orcs there, and he is going to stay there and look after them. We could go and take the Ictiad province fairly easily, I imagine. That really shouldn't be a problem, should it? Nope, that should be fine. Grot Slash and Grot Slash, the brothers Grot Slash. Go and deal with that. Spleen Stabber, go back underground. Gut Sticker, go back underground. Go and find something to do underground. Oh, we can send more troops. I didn't realize we have our good friend Scabdrag there as well. Go away somewhere else. Ho hum. What are we recruiting back at base? We are recruiting. We are trying to save a bit of gold. Maybe want some more giants though. Giants are so much fun and they're not even that expensive. Let's get another giant. To hell with it. Some more Nightgoblins. So we've nearly got enough that we'll make a temple soon and get a second set of mages going. And we could start site searching as well. In fact, I may as well just put these guys on auto site search and let them go off and do their thing. Demager asks, did I just have bad luck, or should 40% of Chaos Warriors become spawns on the Khorne faction? I don't think it's 40%. I can't remember the exact figure, but it's lower than 40%. Some of them will become, I think it's like 15% spawns, 15% Forsaken, but Forsaken are better than spawns usually. Bro69 asked, did I add any unique mercenaries in the game, like the Ogre mercenary? I did, but they are in the Tylean faction as regiments of renown. That I didn't add them in as mercenaries that any faction can hire. Yeah, and then Kiandoath is pointing out that the problem with Nightgoblins is that if they do rout, lots of them die in retreat because you have to make morale tests when you're in retreat to make sure you retreat to a friendly province. So that's true. That's true. You lose a lot of Nightgoblins that way. The good thing about losing Nightgoblins that way is that they're just Nightgoblins. There's plenty more where that came from. I mean, it's definitely not the most efficient way to play by any means, but there is something nice about just being able to go, it's just goblins. I'll just replace them. The thing is, they're not really that cheap. How much is a Nightgoblin? 6 gold? 2 Nightgoblins is 12 gold. 3 Nightgoblins is 18 gold. Once you're up to 18 gold, you're talking about an elite unit, and an elite unit that costs 18 gold, like elite infantry, will kill 3 Nightgoblins. Battle in Wesh. This is the Ictiads. So we should be fine here if we don't suffer a horrible morale problem, which is quite possible. Especially when you're not fighting in friendly Dominion. Let's see. So they throw their nets, we throw our nets. Got a net stalemate. I hope the troll does some good killing on this. He did. The troll did pretty well there. He kind of crushed that flank and routed them. And then we should just have another tax that we can rout these Ictiads fairly easily. See, when you keep if your goblins don't rout and they have that good attack density, 5 per square, they can actually hit things. But they do have that tendency to rout. Are these guys enraged? Oh, yes, Loon Slime. They're enraged because I hit them with Loon Slime javelins. So they're actually attacking each other sometimes as well. Here comes the boss to actually do some damage. He immediately just obliterates the square. Well done, boss. This is the problem, is the Nightgoblins just fled because they couldn't do enough damage to break through those Ictiads. And as soon as a competent unit, boss, came in, you just see they chop them up no problem. Okay, well that's fine. Glowing Caverns, this is our second try at the Long Dead. We've got our Giant here now. Giants actually aren't that great against Long Dead because they rely on fear, and the Long Dead are mindless. But we should be fine. The Giant still kills a bunch of them every time it swings, and he's still quite tough. He might die. He might die here. He's taking a lot of damage. Nope. He survived. How much? 10 hit points left, but he did survive, and he picked up another Reflection. Battle Fright. Well, he can have the mind of a goblin from now and then. And then in Gehenom, we fight the tiny group of brigands. This should be completely fine. The fanatics should just kill them on their own, to be honest. Splat. The fanatics run in and splat them. Yeah, you see that the fanatics just end up dead, even if they kill things really quickly, because they kill themselves. They wrap their own chains around their heads and kill themselves. Silly fanatics. Hi, Scoob. A wild stream just appeared. Yeah, it did. An unexpected stream from me. And my computer's running really badly. Let me know if it's like really bad on the recording, if it's very laggy, because I might have to abandon the stream if it gets too bad. I think I'll just have him wait there. I think it's just my computer's running slowly and I need to sort that out and maybe upgrade my computer. I've been planning on doing it, so I don't think it's really anything to do with Dominions or the mod. Heavy infantry. I want to take the fight that's in my Dominion, because part of the problem we're having is just the morale issues. Getting a bit short on dudes. Bog Drinker is going to go and try and collect some of his beautiful orcs that he's been waiting so long to get. Alright. Gonna build a temple. All I need is a temple in order to be able to recruit Nightgoblin Shamans. So caves are really good for this nation for that reason. And we need to start building up forces to take this throne, obviously. I mean, 400. I'm gonna probe it and see exactly what's in there. Alright, we've still got the money to be getting the shaman. We could get some more giants. I do love a giant, but I think for now I'm just going to get loads of archers. We keep running into stuff where archers would be actually probably more useful than Nightgoblins. They'll just run away once they hit melee. This place, we will put the defense up. And then these forces can all head home, except for my good friend Mechwart, who's going to do some site searching. What are these guys? Unfrozen. Unfrozen are really powerful, aren't they? Yeah, I feel like they just crushes. Okay, this is maybe not where we want these guys to be going then. Let's just head back to Umbra, where we've got people being recruited. That's fine. Just see if anyone's mentioned how slow it's running. No, people seem okay. As long as it's okay to watch, I don't really mind it being a bit slow. This is just a chill stream. I think we're definitely going to be a bit of an underdog faction here. I think as soon as we were into an actual war with another faction, even though, you know, they're just master AIs, it's going to be hard because against the AI, you can't really win like wars of attrition, and I think that's kind of the only type of war Nightgoblins can do with their basic units. So we may have to get a bit creative, use magic in a sensible way, and so on, or we might just get rolled. I don't know, we'll see. The AI in Dominion 6 is not incredible, but it's certainly capable of killing you if it's got plenty of, you know, like a numerical advantage or a quality advantage over you. It knows how to move troops into you and kill you. I think really the AI falls over when it's on the defense. When it's attacking you and you're under pressure, the AI can actually be quite hard to deal with, especially early on. Unless you're using, you know, if you've got really powerful blessed sacreds, or you're using like a wake god running around crushing them and stuff, then it's easy. Ooh, 2 sites, Hidden Gold Deposit and Chasm of Strange Light. That's nice. Hidden Gold Deposit, 150 per turn from a mine. Very nice indeed. And we found a magic site here as well. Gem deposits. See, this is huge. You want to find these things early. This is a good example of just like doing some early searching and it working out really well. Caves of Mirror, I believe that's the throne. Let's have a look what they've got. Wow. So I was thinking it would be mainly animals and vine men, and it is kind of mainly animals and vine men, but there's still also a lot of Cynocephalians and some pretty powerful druids there. Amulet of Clarity. Interesting. That's going to be difficult. Archers would be good against that. Just tons of archers. Shoot them up. Battling Zox. Oh, this is running a bit slowly for me now. This is actually going to be kind of hard. Like, our placement here is bad. Yeah, look at this is going to go wrong. I don't think our goblins are going to do very well in that melee at all. The heavy infantry are kind of a hard ask for them. The troll will kill some archers in the back line, so that's good. Yeah, we needed more squigs. We desperately need squigs. I should have hired more squigs and sent them into the centre there. That was a mistake. So this one's definitely lost. Yeah, look at that. That's a disaster. That heavy infantry was just crushing. And this is just the quality of troops is really bad here. Like, the loons are okay. They're still cheap. But we just didn't have enough squigs. Or trolls. Trolls would have helped. Is this a fight worth watching? It's a Tillian fight. Yeah, the Tillians just absolutely roll some lizard warriors with their heavy cavalry, the freelancers. Stalagmia gold. We get tons of gold and gold stuff this turn. Lots of gold sites. Lots of gold. Pretty nice. Big treasury. You'll have to see it. I think because this is running slowly and it's quite late at night here, I'm probably just going to call the stream there. But it was nice to do one to kind of break the habit of not doing videos, and maybe I'll be able to do some proper kind of videos talking about the mod and stuff. And maybe I'll keep streaming the Nightgoblins as well, just for fun. But, I think I'm going to leave it there because the computer's running slowly. So, yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I will catch you another time. More streams and videos and things coming. And give the mod a try if you haven't. And if you have, keep playing it, keep having fun, keep giving me feedback. All right. Good night, all.